this is Janak Reddy Dubbaka. Now we are going to discuss some important problems from semiconductors part 2. Here is the first problem. Calculate the number of states per cubic meter of sodium atom in 3s band. The density of sodium in sodium is 1013 kg per meter cube. How many of them are empty? See here, density is equal to mass by volume. That implies mass is equal to density into volume. Therefore, mass density is given as 1013 kg per meter cube. Volume is 1 cubic meter. This is 1013 kg. Therefore, this becomes 1013 grams. This becomes in grams. This is the mass. Here, number of moles, n is equal to small m by capital M. Number of moles, mass is 1013 into 10 cube and its molecular weight is 23. This is about number of moles. And the number of atoms is equal to, that is number of moles into Avogadro number, 1013 into 10 cube by 23 into Avogadro number 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23. These are the number of atoms n. See here, sodium atom electron configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and 3s1. In S3s there are two quantum states. Therefore, number of quantum state in 3s band is equal to 2 into n. Therefore, 2 into n means 1013 into 10 cube by 23 into 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23. But in this 3s band, quantum states only half of filled. Therefore, number of empty quantum states in 3s band is equal to half of this one. This value is 5.3 into 10 to the power of 28. Therefore, this becomes 5.3 into 10 to the power of 28 by 2. Therefore, this becomes 2.65 into 10 to the power of 28. This is the final answer. And second one, in pure semiconductor, the number of conduction electrons is 6 into 10 to the power of 19 per cubic meter. How many holes are there in a sample of size 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter and 1 millimeter? Means your volume is equal to 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter into 1 millimeter. This becomes 10 to the power of minus 2 meters, 10 to the power of minus 2 meters, 10 to the power of minus 3 meters. This becomes 10 to the power of minus 7 meter cube. Here, number of electrons and number of holes are same. Number of electrons is given 6 into 10 to the power of 19 in 1 meter cube. But a number of holes here in this volume. Therefore, 6 into 10 to the power of 19 into 10 to the power of minus 7. This becomes 6 into 10 to the power of 12 holes. And third one, indium antimonide has a band gap of 0.23 electron volt between the valency and conduction band. Find the temperature at which Kt equals to the band gap. Here Kt is equal to band gap. That band gap is given as 0.23 electron volts. Therefore, Kt is equal to 0.23. 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs. Then temperature is equal to 0.23 into 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 by K. Therefore, T is equal to 0.23 into 1.6 into 10 to the power of 9 minus 19 by K is Boltzmann constant. Its value is 1.38 into 10 to the power of minus 23. The final answer is 2667 kelvins. So this is the temperature. And problem number 4. The concentration of whole electron pair in a pure silicon is at 300 Kelvin is 7 into 10 to the power 15 per cubic meter. Antimony is doped into silicon in a proportion of 1 atom in 10 to the power of 7 atoms. Assuming that half of the impurity atoms contribute electrons in the conduction band, calculate the factor by which number of charge carriers increases due to doping. The number of silicon atoms per cubic meter is 5 into 10 to the power of 8. So here initial number of atoms that is initial number of charge carriers. This is given as concentration of electrons plus concentration of holes, that is given as 7 into 10 to the power of 14 plus 7 into 10 to the power of 14. This becomes 15. See, this is 15. Therefore 14 into 10 to the power of 15. This is initial number of charge carriers. Initial number of charge carriers. Here number of doping atoms is equal to number of silicon atoms is 5 into 10 to the power of 28. But one atom, here one atom in 10 to the power of 7 atoms by 10 to the power of 7. This becomes 5 into 10 to the power of 21. But in that doping atoms, half only contribute to electrons. Therefore, number of electron contribution, that is Ne is equal to, here so I am taking Ne dash. This becomes 1 by 2 into 5 into 10 to the power of 21. This becomes 2.5 into 10 to the power of 21. Therefore, N final is equal to Ne dash plus Nh dash. Here Nh dash is very much less than Ne dash. Therefore, N final is equal to Ne dash. This is Nh dash can be neglected. This Ne dash is equal to 2.5 into 10 to the power of 21. But here calculate the factor by which number of charge carriers increase. That factor is equal to N final by N initial. N final is 2.5 into 10 to the power of 21 and N initial is 14 into 10 to the power of 15. 14 into 10 to the power of 15. Therefore, this factor is nothing but 1.8 into 10 to the power of 5. This is the final answer. Next. Mobility of electrons in a semiconductor is defined as the ratio of their drift velocity to the applied electric field. If for an n-type semiconductor, the density of electron is 10 to the power of 19 meter cube and their mobility is 1.6 meter square per volt second, then the resistivity of the semiconductor is, since it is a n-type semiconductor, contribution of holes is ignored, is close to. See here, mobility, it is the ratio between drift velocity to intensity of electric field. But here resistivity rho is equal to 1 by, we are consider only electrons, Ne into mu. Therefore, this resistivity is equal to N by, electron concentration is given as 10 to the power of 19. 10 to the power of 19 into 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. Here mu is nothing but mobility. Mobility is given as 1.6. Therefore, resistivity is equal to 0.4 ohm meter. Therefore, answer is to 0.4 meters. Next, problem number 6. The product of hole concentration and conduction electron concentration turns out to be independent of the amount of an impurity doped. The concentration of conduction electrons in the germanium is 6 into 10 to the power of 19 per cubic meter. when some phosphorus impurity is doped into germanium sample, the concentration of conduction electrons increases to 2 into 10 to the power of 23 per cubic meter. Find the concentration of holes in a doped germanium. See, according to Mohs action law, Ni square is equal to Ne into Nh. But you have to find out your concentration of holes. That is NH. NH is equal to Ni square by Ne. Here intrinsic concentration is given as 6 into 10 to the power of 19 per meter per cubic meter, and electron concentration is given as 2 into 10 to the power of 23. Therefore, whole concentration Ni square 6 into 10 to the power of 19 whole square by 2 into 10 to the power of 23. This becomes 1.8 into 10 to the power of 16. This is the final answer. Next, problem number 7. For extrinsic semiconductors, when doped level is increased. See, here are the options given. Fermi level in p-type, n-type semiconductors will not affected. For p-type semiconductor will go downwards, and n-type semiconductor go downwards. Like that, 4 options are there here. See here, this is p-type semiconductor. In p-type semiconductor, this is a conduction band, and this one is valency band, and this one is acceptor level. In n-type semiconductor or Fermi energy level, this becomes conduction band and valency band, and this one is donor level. Here, as the doping level is increased, doping level increases means here charge carriers increase. In p-type semiconductors, majority charge carriers are holes. Therefore, holes are present in valency band. Therefore, this level decreases, means go downwards. But in this n-type semiconductor, as doping increases, in n-type semiconductor, majority carriers are electrons. Therefore, in conduction band there are electrons. This energy level go upwards. Therefore, in p-type semiconductor go downwards, and n-type semiconductor go upwards. Therefore, option 2 is correct. So, these are the important problems from semiconductors part 2. It is under extrinsic and intrinsic semiconductors. Thank you.